Hello and welcome to my channel Attila Tarot. In this video we're gonna do an update on the Canadian elections in terms of what are the energies. Obviously the debate has happened in both languages and people started to vote, so I thought it would be great to see what are the energies right now. I'm gonna do the same kind of approach as before. If you've seen my previous reading, this is going to represent the Liberal Party, this will be the Conservative, the NDP, and the Bloc. So I'm going to start shuffling the cards, and if you want to if you want to skip that, you're able to do it in the description. The way I'm going to do it is that I'm going to have 3 cards plus the bottom of the deck to kind of see what are the energies. And I want to kind of also make sure that don't get influenced by any videos, even this one, in terms of who you want to pick. Just pick the person or pick the party that you think will represent Canada's interest, your interest, the best. I have no intention of influencing anybody's vote. I think people are smart enough to be able to decide, but I also want to encourage everybody to make sure that you look into the facts, whatever people or parties are presenting you, because they are not always the appropriate ones. But anyway, it's very important that we get informed appropriately. While I'm shuffling, I'm also happy to hear where are you watching from. Put in a comment. I'm also interested to hear what are you thinking about in terms of what do you think about how did the whole debate go. What was going on in terms of the various leaders, who was doing a better job. I'm very interested kind of here as well. I was watching it and it was an interesting debate from my perspective. They kind of say that probably didn't really influence people in terms of what are they gonna do. So we'll see if the energies of the cards will be any different. But anyway, who do you think won the debate in terms of who was doing a better job? Who do you think was able to respond to the question? Who did you find annoying as well? Because let's be honest, sometimes they can be annoying as well. So anyway, I'm very interested to hear it in the comment. Like, obviously this is a very important vote because there's lots of things happening internationally, especially. And obviously we need to make sure that we pick the party that we believe in. As you can see, usually it takes a while. I can kind of get the cards come out, but they're kind of getting close. And I know that some people are kind of wondering, why do I look at all the parties? Because simply, when it comes to Canada, it's quite often that we have a minority government. And I'm not sure if that's going to be the case this time, but sometimes the smaller parties can have an influence as well in terms of impacting the outcome. Right, we're kind of getting close to it as well. And how this year has been treating you, what do you think about 2025? If you first time coming to my channel, I do have quite a few readings connected to Canada. I have a reading for 2025, where for the first few months I was able to predict things quite accurately. So I'll definitely check that out. I also have readings about the leaders, Poilievre, it's an older one, Carney, Singh. I don't know if anybody still cares about Trudeau, but I had a reading about him, and I was able to predict what's going to happen to him. I also had one for Chrystia Freeland. And of course, who doesn't have these days about Trump? But we're kind of getting close to have all the cards. It's quite exhausting to kind of be in this position. What I'm right now to make sure that people see the cards. All right, so we have all the cards. So we're gonna start with the Bloc Québécois. I know that that's not what you want to hear, but let's start with them. At the bottom of the deck, they have the Ace of Pentacles, which indicates some kind of an opportunity for them here, something that will provide them some longer stability. We're gonna able to kind of see what the rest of the cards are, but maybe the debate might have changed things for them, because I think he was pretty reasonable in terms of his approach. And when you kind of look at the Ace of Pentacles, it's a great opportunity that a momentum or an idea that's going to be able to help them to create long-term stability. Now they also have the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is a great, exciting news, in a sense that some kind of an adventure, some kind of a positive news. So maybe the election will turn out for them to be better than what they expect. And they also have another ace, which is the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is all about breakthrough, winning. Now obviously they're not going to win the election because they're representing Quebec, but I think there might be a moment of realization, a moment of recognition here with this Ace of Swords, where they're able to figure out something. Again, it is two aces, so there's some kind of a new opportunity that's going to come out for them from this election. Now they also have here the King of Wands, and the King of Wands is a leader, so they might have an influence. They might have some influence here after this election when it comes to power, because the Ace of the King of Wands is somebody who's like a true born leader, somebody who's able to unite people behind their thoughts. So I think they might actually come out pretty well in this election after the debate. The next, we're going to look at the NDP. The first card is the Queen of Cups. So Queen of Cups is again a leader from that perspective, an influential person, somebody who is leading from the heart, somebody who is able to touch people by their feelings and emotions. Like this is somebody who has high emotional intelligence. So I can kind of see that maybe their campaign, maybe the debate was touching people to their feelings and emotions as well. The next card we have here is the Two of Pentacles. So Two of Pentacles is a card of balance, the card of ups and downs, when you're kind of trying to bring things into harmony, into motion, into balance as well. Again, it can be connected to finance, balance the finances, balance something, and also being very busy, but also can indicate that you're able to get things done even with not a lot of resources. So maybe that can be that with not a lot of resources, maybe they can make some kind of an impact here. And they also have the Nine of Pentacles, which is a card of independence, and also a card that shows that the work that they put in, they will be able to achieve something that they want. They're gonna able to enjoy the fruits of their labor. So I think there's maybe the debate might have changed in terms of their influence. Now they also have at the bottom of the deck the Temperance. The Temperance, which is a card of slow and steady, which kind of like when you don't have to, when you shouldn't get into anything crazy, you just take one step after the time, and you need to kind of make sure that you are progressing. So I think what I'm kind of getting here for them, that they might be able to gain some slow gains, like they're going to be able to gather some momentum slowly up to the election from now on. Now let's see what we have here for the Conservative Party. So the Conservative Party, we have it here, the Seven of Cups, which is a card of confusion, which can indicate that they have hard time picking which way to choose, because all those cups are showing opportunities where you need to pick something, and it can indicate that they have just hard time. I think their campaign was very stable, and it was pretty much built on the carbon tax, which obviously the Liberals changed that. They axed it before the Conservatives were able to do it, so, which I kind of getting here that created some kind of a confusion for them. Now let's see what is the next card. The next card is the Empress, which is actually a very positive card from that perspective. The Empress is a card that shows that they're gonna be able to create a momentum here of long-term stability, long-term abundance. I think there's something that's starting here that they will be able to benefit on the long run. Something is beginning that's going to be bringing them something on in the future. Now we also have here the Hanged Man, which shows that they are stuck, which shows that things are kind of not moving forward for them as they wanted, because they need to see things from a different perspective, or also they need to let go of something, which I think they seem to have hard time letting go, because they built a whole campaign. They started to work on it very early, and I think that's why they are confused. Now at the bottom of the deck we do have the Devil, which again a very, very stuck energy from the point of view that I think they just don't see a way out of a situation. Generally the Devil shows up when there's something out of balance, when you're kind of stuck, when you are when you don't see a way out of your current situation. And they have here two cards that are indicating that they're stuck, and also the Seven of Cups in terms of the confusion. So I think they're gonna have a hard time to get out of this situation, what they are in. Now let's see the Liberals. So the Liberals, we have here the first card, which is interesting, the Empress as well. So they have both parties have the Empress, which is that's something starting here that will benefit them on the long run. We will be able to see what it is. It might be that there might be some equal in terms of, or close call, how this election is going to be, because both have the Empress. And again, the Empress is all about long term and focusing on the long term and something coming into her life. Again, it can be also connected to economy. So it might be a sign that indicates that their platforms are very similar. Like they were pretty much, everybody wants to build houses, everybody wants to focus on the growth of the economy. So practically it was very hard to kind of choose what's the difference. And you can kind of see here from the two Empress cards showing up on both parties. Now the Seven of Wands also what the Liberals have it, which if you kind of no, the Seven of Wands is all about that you have to protect whatever you have, because outside parties, outside people are coming to attack you because they want to get what you want. And I think in this case it's very clear message that they have the government right now. They are in the leading position, and all these parties are trying to get them. But again, the Seven of Wands is all about that you are ready. You are ready for the battle because you've been through similar battles and you saw these attacks coming. So they were kind of prepared, which I think probably that's why they canceled the carbon tax, because with that they took away one of the biggest weapons of the Conservative Party, which I think is really well represented by this card in terms of seeing how they will attack and being ready to pretty much for that attack. Now we also have here the Seven of Pentacles and the Magician. The Seven of Pentacles is all about slow progress, slow and steady progress, and also a card when you're kind of evaluating what is the direction that you need to go to in terms of a new direction, in terms of or whether you need to stay the course. But I also have here the Magician, which is all about being able to achieve everything you want. Sorry. Practically, the Magician shows that they have all the tools they need to be able to win this election. And the Seven of Pentacles, it's kind of interesting because if you heard my previous readings, usually I say that the Seven of Pentacles is a valuation, but also it is connected to manifestation. And a sign that your manifestations are coming to life. And the Magician is the card of manifestation. So I think here we have here this connection that I think they've been trying to create something. They're trying to create a win for them. And I think this card shows that they will be able to see the signs of their work, whatever they put in terms of change of direction, in terms of creating whatever they want. And also, the Magician is pretty much somebody who's able to achieve everything they want. Now let's see at the bottom of the deck, we do have here the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is the card of change, positive change, luck. This is kind of like when you're at the right time, at the right place, and meeting the right people, indicating that I think they timed this election really well. Because they were pretty much at the end of they were not in a leading position. They were pretty much to lose it. But I think the changes that they made is actually gonna work out really well for them, because I think the timing was key, and it is something that is meant to be, because the Wheel of Fortune is something that it's out of the control, and I think they are the one who is meant to win this election, right? So when you kind of look at all in all, again, I think it's gonna be a liberal win. I think I think the Conservatives gonna do well, but I think there's a lot of stuck energy and a lot of confusion energy as well from the cards that are coming out for them. I think maybe both the Bloc and the NDP will do better than what they hope for, because again the Bloc has quite a lot of leadership and ace, which indicates some opportunities. Again, for the I think maybe even the NDP will do better than what they hope for. I think the Conservatives have a lot of stuck energy, and that just doesn't look good in this reading for this election for them. So that's all I have for you. Let me know what you think about this. What is your expectation? Again, don't let this reading influence you. Just make sure that you vote for the party that you truly believe in. And that's all I have for you. I hope that you enjoyed this reading, and I will be able to welcome you again.